on this one.
I'm not messing with you because I've been looking at this the whole time.
Happy Saturday.
You just like the way that one looks.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Woo. You guys ready? Raise your hand in the comments if you have been watching porn or watched porn in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Have any experience watching porn?
Mm-hmm.
Raise your hand. Send me some hearts.
Pornography.
That
means people
and
are
when
on
did you start
screen,
watching
dick
porn?
out, vagina out.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And when did you start watching porn?
Yeah, so when did you start watching porn? I know.
I just wanted to explain just to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you say, okay. Hi. Oh, this is live.
This one, yeah.
Search for Sister K-pop.
Shut up.
Oh, okay. You need to get some rest.
This
You
is
are
my
in your
first
delirious
time.
zone.
This is my first time on Yoni Chat.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah.
You're on the panel when we talked about.
On audio.
Oh, you weren't on that one actually.
I'm in video now. It's a whole different story.
Well, welcome to the chat.
On the video version.
Thank you.
Video version. So one of the first questions we're going to tackle today is the illusions of porn. So a lot of the miseducation that we have about sex in general is from porn because that was our only example. Like it was either that. I started with HBO Late Night.
Oh,
what was it called?
After hours or after dark or something like that.
And they had a BET uncut too, right? Where the music videos would come on.
Oh,
and they would be a little bit edgier.
See, I didn't know about that until later on. And then when I saw the videos, I was like clutching all of my pearls. But
everybody remembers that tip drill video was like a music porn, basically.
Tip drill, yes.
Yeah. I watching tip drill.
I mean, it's catchy, but then when you watch the video, like you don't even think about the song. You're just like, huh?
Yeah.
It was.
So I mean,
but let's talk about illusions.
Didn't do much for me, but
let's talk about illusions.
Listen, didn't do much for me.
So, like Sumayze said, when did you first start watching porn? You can finish that bone, girl. I'm gonna let you do what you do. You know, Courtney made her.
Oh my
God! Courtney made her some pepper soup.
Shout out to Goddess.
Word.
And was it not lemon pepper, but just
pepper
soup?
Pepper soup.
Nigerian pepper soup.
Pepper soup.
And it's really good.
I'm just gonna let out an orgasmic moan just to show my gratitude.
Oh my God.
Moaning, men noises are so nice.
I don't know what I was gonna do.
You have to give me another one.
Anyway,
speaking of that,
sorry. Okay, so wait.
You gonna start now? You want to? Okay.
Are you gonna finish your bone, or are you gonna?
Shut up.
We let you finish the bone if you.
No, I started. I think it was like 12 or 13. It was around. It was like 8th grade. That was the first time I watched porn. Yeah.
Where?
It was at a friend's house. It was like me.
It's always at a friend's house.
Yeah, it was like me and my 2 friends, and one of our friends. She had, she just.
Was it DVDs?
I think it was. She just had the channel. I think she was like able to find it on like DVR or something like that.
Was it a VHS?
Like for real, like we literally went and she just was like, yeah, you guys want to watch something or whatever, and then she mentioned
Popped it on.
Yeah, and I don't remember what kind of porn it was, but all I know is it was like it was 2 whites women, and I don't remember if it was like lesbian or straight or not, but I remember that.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it, and I don't remember feeling anything from it though.
Yeah.
I don't remember feeling anything from it. I just remember just like, because I guess in amazement, like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Like I've heard of this, but I've never actually seen it.
And so what did you learn from porn if you're watching it?
From that one, I don't think I really learned too much from that. But from a lot of other ones, like the whole thing of swallowing, I was just like, I can't really
swallowing. Yeah.
I can't fuck with swallowing because I've done it before, and I realized I did that because I thought that, but not mostly because I saw it, but mostly because the person that I was with, they were like, oh,
it's like the ultimate thing.
Yeah, like they asked me about it.
Oh, you're gonna swallow?
So I was like, I'll try it, but like I've noticed that I did it a couple times, and I was like, yeah, I don't really like it because I don't like the taste of it.
Well, a lot of people don't take care of their like semen to where it would taste good.
It's the health of the person. Yeah. And healthy semen tastes different than unhealthy.
And I got a whole story. I got a whole story.
Oh, okay. You say that story.
We will save it.
Semen, okay.
Safely.
So for you, it was one of the things with swallowing.
Yeah, it was
that was.
And also, I think once I tried to like, do a split, because rap songs talking about splitting my dick.
Yes.
I tried that once.
How can you do that? Like, were we doing banana splits on the dick, or
it's
like
really weird.
straddle splits?
Yeah, and I was like,
that's the visual pleasure.
I did it, but I was just like,
it wasn't very comfortable for you.
Yeah, it was like it was. So
it's a performance,
and then like
I'm splitting on it.
I guess for a few moments, if it's something like you can pull off and then go back to a comfortable position. And I don't think it's bad to perform.
I think it's
certain
possible,
things in acts and sex, and it's like, okay, I can only do this for like if
but I'm not gonna
pick somebody up.
Yeah.
You only pick them up for like, okay, I'm going to put you back down.
Yeah.
And you start to slip anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like, you know, it's funny too, because I feel like also like people I have been with, like women and men, I feel like the men trying to pick me up and stuff, even though they can do it, it's just like trying to do it for so long when it's like, nah,
you can tell they're struggling. It's like, bit. You know, just put me down. We can go on to bed now.
A little bit.
Like,
yeah, so it's that. And then on top of that, it was more so like and then it was like with that too, being with women, trying to, you know, do the whole thing of like, I don't like the pat thing. You know, when people try to like,
me neither. I hate when they
shit.
pat your pussy. Like,
I don't like that. I hate
that. Mic check?
I think that is so dumb and
I think it's visual, something that I saw.
Yeah.
And I allowed it because I'm like, oh, this is what he likes to slap on it.
Yeah.
But then I realized that's supposed to turn me on.
But it doesn't.
So
it doesn't.
We can cut that one out also.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm good on that. Yeah. I think that's really it for now.
That's a lot.
What I've learned. How to suck dick, I learned that too.
Yeah.
I learned how to do that from watching this HBO thing. This was when I was like 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody was
HBO be getting it.
Yeah. And she was teaching you how to suck dick. It was like one of these porn stars, and she was like, you gotta put your lips in like this, which I learned. I feel like it helped. It was very educational.
Yeah.
It was.
I think unintentional teeth.
To tuck your
unintentional teeth can be a very scary thing. Intentional teeth can be also very scary.
Yeah. Ooh, who does intentional teeth?
There's
like raising.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
What if it's really light?
It can work.
I don't really do that.
I think you need to definitely have like a good connection with that person to be doing all that. Other than that, it's scary. Other than that, it's scary as fuck. It's scary as fuck to me. So that was a good learn. Yeah. Okay.
And what about you, Karlton? What's your porn coming up story?
What age? So I think pretty much as soon as I got access to like the internet, and honestly, like it was crazy because there was like chat rooms and stuff. So you literally trade different porns with people, actual people, or there was blogs like Tumblr. So Tumblr. It was called Zanga though or something, and like you could literally type in like gay porn. So it'd be like a MySpace page, but like you could literally go on the search bar.
And you meet people too.
And then like it would be like blogs. No, mostly blogs, like people running blogs, like people that are posting these pictures and posting the pictures.
Honestly, Tumblr was like my site.
So definitely internet.
I didn't even know about Tumblr.
I mean, definitely as soon as like the internet got popping, like obviously I'm in that generation of like when the internet came to be and all that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, what you trying not to be like?
I didn't see it.
I was trying not to be like, oh, what you used to.
So yeah, so it was then.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Zinger, that you said?
Zanga. When you gonna look it up?
Zanga.
No, I was just wondering. Like Jenga.
Yeah,
Zanga,
I think it's Xanga.
And what were some of the things you learned?
But it was literally not. It wasn't a porn site. It was like a Tumblr. So people would have their normal like pages and their top 8 friends and like all the normal stuff. But like obviously, as the mind gets curious,
and
in your adolescence with all those hormones, and you're like, shit, I want to check out some gay shit.
Yeah.
You know, when I started feeling like that, I guess.
So were there any things? I know for you too, like gay porn is different. So
I guess so. I mean, I don't watch a lot of straight porn.
In some ways, yeah.
I have before, like a couple times, but like then I was like, okay. Not my cup of tea, but good job, guys. Good job. Everybody did a good job.
What are some of the misconceptions or illusions that you learned from watching porn?
I mean, I think it's, I don't know, because some of the porns I watch are actually good, and I think they have like everything they need to have. But I think
you have a happy customer.
Yeah, but only because I feel like I have gone through like, I don't know. I feel like I've learned how to kind of watch it and not let it affect my brain, and I realized that all sexual interactions with different partners aren't something like super hyper aggressive. Sometimes things are like sweet and really sensual, and then the ecstasy of that is like, you know, something explosive.
The connection is sexy.
Yeah, if you've had actual, I guess, good sex, then you would know that good sex doesn't mean porn sex.
Mm-hmm.
So
tell the difference.
Yeah, I think so like aggression, also like roles, especially in like gay porn. So it's like, you know, the bottom can only be having his, you know, ass or like only
they have certain activities that are reserved.
So now I feel like there's things that are more expansive and like more like real couples. I think that's the best thing.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, honestly, we don't have enough of that.
I started watching porn. I think it was HBO Go. So I'll probably be like
HBO Go. Isn't that an app?
Yeah. I was like, HBO Go is new. That's pretty new.
You started watching porn in 2015.
Whoa.
You late.
Actually, I started late though. No, but I started watching it early, and I was always curious. But I got used to watching it for entertainment, so I never realized you're supposed to put the jacket off and watch the porn together until like 21. And like I remember my friend Destiny told me this is your fault, Destiny, because you're the one who said, she goes, you don't watch it and like play with yourself. I was like, no, like I watch it to get entertained. Yeah. And then when I feel like playing with myself, I go play with. They're two separate activities. Yeah. And so I started to put them together. And that started my masturbation with porn journey.
Exactly.
And then one of the biggest things that I learned from was obviously you have no experience.
Oh, sorry.
With vagina, so yeah. Talking. Stop. So for the one you came out of.
Oh my God.
Coco. Go. She doesn't like that. Give her space. Go. You just want some love. Come here, my little baby biscuit. Yes, she's a little baby biscuit butters.
Oh gosh, no.
Yes. But the performance aspect.
Yeah.
So like even just like swallowing. I did it a handful of times and I was like, I like being nasty, but like this is taste nasty. Yeah. And so I was like, nah, you can keep that.
It's not really
Same. I haven't really indulged in a lot of, you know, cum guzzling, if you will. Cum guzzling. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like if you enjoy that though, and a lot of guys do enjoy like being swallowed. So, but I don't know. I just feel like that's reserved for somebody who's like a close partner. So I would only really do that with somebody who I like really fucking care about. I'm like, I'm trying to get you all the way off to it.
And that's interesting because I had a boyfriend that said that he wouldn't come in my mouth because I'm his girlfriend. But if he was a hookup, then he would come in her mouth. And I was like,
because he's associated.
Right.
He's associated with it being something like dirty, low.
Exactly. So we had to clean that up.
I think of it more of a most intimate type of thing you can.
It is. You're taking in their essence, like literally their life juice. So it's like, what kind of life are you living?
Basically,
life juice in my mouth.
I'm not gonna slut shame.
Honestly,
y'all need to be swallowing a lot less.
No, you know what? You can swallow, but like, how about keeping it in your body, retaining your semen for energy, right? Yeah. Having orgasms without ejaculating. Yeah. So y'all know that's what I'm about. So keep it in your body.
Is that okay?
Is what okay?
To have sex and like not actually come, ejaculate.
We have talked so much.
Women do it all the time. Women have sex all the time and don't.
Okay, so in my community, that's like, you didn't. It must have not been good enough. Yeah. Or blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's the same thing with women with that performance. Like, if our man doesn't come, then we feel like it's not over. Like, he was not satisfied.
And that's the straight.
That's a straight thing.
The straight type of dynamic. Yeah. But personally, I think that all women, you need to have an orgasm. If you're going to be fucking a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. You need to be getting an orgasm from this.
A real one.
Yeah, like
and
a
not
real
faking
one.
it. Because you learn to fake it from porn also too. Like,
because
making noises. You know how to clinch up and go and the whole crescendo. Like, we know how the song goes. And I think we need to unlearn all of that, the performance aspects of sex, and really go into it ignorant. Like, ignorant as fuck. You need to go into your sex. Yeah. And just be like, let's explore. Let's try some things. Like, we need to talk and discuss and like get feedback because I don't know. I'm ignorant.
Yeah.
So if we did that, like, we would have a lot more open, less pressured experiences. Yeah. And even ones that don't include penetration. Like, I believe sex is a lot more than just dig inside of a pussy or dig inside of an ass or anything.
And that's what we learned too. We learned that it's not sex
unless there's penetration.
Yeah. That's sex.
Yeah. And so then you have other ways to avoid losing your virginity. Yeah. In certain subgroups.
So can we among us right now go ahead and redefine sex? And I have an example. So I think sex is something that basically helps you reach to ejaculation. Or orgasm. Any activity that helps you to reach orgasm.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like
that's
that.
what sex is.
I like that.
So think about it.
Because like if you
So think about it. If you never have an orgasm,
intimate.
it ain't sex. You just did
right.
it.
And if somebody might give you if you're male,
weird.
a hand job, or I guess you get a hand job as a woman with finger. It's a finger job.
So would you say that sex without the orgasm is incomplete sex?
I'm just saying.
It's like an incomplete transmission.
Exactly.
If somebody can give you a hand job or a blow job that's better than somebody's whole sex catalog.
Yeah.
Catalog.
Hello. So
somebody has the gift of fingers. Some people have the gift of
Some
fingers.
people really do.
The gift of mouth.
Yes.
Amen. Oh, the gift of stroke is another one. The gift of stroke. Oof.
Yeah.
Where you can dance.
And if they got the trifecta,
if they got the trifecta, the stroke, the mouth, and the fingers.
I'm just saying.
You got the hands in, you got the mouth there, and you got the body, the pelvis connected. Like, what else?
Just saying.
Yes. Well, also, I guess like the big sprinkle over that makes everything great would be connection.
Yeah.
If you got that connection,
honestly,
you can be present with your stroke, you can be present with the person.
Because it helps you to relax, and so you can perform to the best of your ability.
Or you can experience the best experience.
That's it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, next question.
You're so annoying.
Wait, I had another illusion. So, besides the noises was a big thing. My first boyfriend asked me to make noises. And before that, I wasn't. So, I was just laying there, like, watching South Park. I watched South Park. He was like back there just doing his thing. And, like, it wasn't all that. And I wasn't super connected. And I didn't even realize what it meant to be connected. I thought men do this for them. And I was always super horny. So, it's so weird how that was, like, misplaced, right? But yeah, after that I started to make noises and I got better at it. Like starting to undo the need to perform and also like just going along with the experience, which is like being present with it. So sometimes you want to stop and do something different, but you keep letting it go on.
Yeah,
like, exactly. Yeah, sometimes you don't like shit and you just stay there and you let it go on because it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I have another experience too, but I feel like this is the experience with the other person. Where I was about to have the intercourse with this, it was years ago though, with this guy that I know, and it was the sex. We're about to do the sex. And I swear the first position that he wanted me in was like behind.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and I don't know.
At first though?
Yeah, like
the first one is not.
I feel like it's kind of rude.
It's
so start
rude.
there, unless maybe he was already back there.
That's the thing, like
and then you could ask for
But even then, you need to turn me around and face me.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And the thing was, like, that was the first like way he wanted me to be, and I think I like cried or something.
We did the same thing.
You're so annoying. Shut up. But like for real, like I was like, I was just not feeling it. I didn't want to do anything after that because I was just like, really, like this is the first time we're gonna fuck, and this is what you want to do, and I thought you were different than that. That's why I wanted to have sex.
It feels very disconnected.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can't see you. Yeah, I can't see you.
There's no eye connection.
And it's like, okay, it's not like you gotta do this whole thing for me. It's just like, damn, why is that the first
general respect kind of things?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I to me feel like it's disrespectful if the first position you put a woman in is
behind.
Is behind. Like just like that. You don't want to kiss her. You don't want to do no.
It's objectifying.
Yeah,
it's literally objectifying. Like I'm about to use your hole.
Yeah, exactly. And I do feel like it does come from this whole thing of like having the idea of okay, this is what we're supposed to do because they have those POV angles where they're hitting from the back and all that. You see all that, and they want to. And I was just not here for it. And I was just like, damn, I don't remember what I did after that. Maybe I fucked them because, you have different types of self-esteem.
Oh, yeah, you go along with things.
Yeah. And that whole thing of not trying to make things uncomfortable.
Yeah. You want to just, like, make the situation okay.
Well, especially
get out of it.
Especially when you're in, like, an explorative stage. I feel like we go through a lot of stages where we're, like, or we're with partners where we're, like, okay, how do I get here?
Yeah.
But I guess I'm gonna finish this. Get here. You ain't supposed to be here. So yeah, it happens. I feel like it's natural that that's going to happen. Like you're gonna have bad like experience or not bad experiences, but like awkward or like oh my goodness, why did
but each time you do that too, you get the opportunity to learn. Okay, I didn't like that. I need to not do that shit again.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to get mad at yourself is when you don't do that. You're like, I've done this shit so many times, yet I'm still letting it go on.
Exactly.
And that's when you start to get mad and like fed up. And I think that's like
I knew this person's breast stank before.
They were
right?
Like, why?
I did date somebody that I did not like because their breath was bad. and but I still had the sex.
Like,
you said the sex.
I was like, face over there, face.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing of trying not to be rude, trying to make sure people are okay.
Being polite.
Yeah, being polite. And I mean,
so
I
if
get
anybody
that.
doesn't know, just before you finna get down, please just practice a little bit of hygiene.
Oral hygiene, groin hygiene, taint hygiene.
That's gonna make the sex hotter because that person's gonna
it's a presentation.
not be smelling your funky ass breath.
Right?
But
it's distracting.
It's not even just presentation.
It's distraction.
It is.
It's a distraction.
Because now it's like my scent is overtaken, or your scent is overtaken, like my ability to get really into like what I'm tasting, and you know,
God, tell me
and your
it.
Smell actually affects your taste buds. We know that. That's why you plug our nose when we eat nasty shit. So if you're plugging your nose or not breathing while you're eating somebody or have a dick in your mouth, that's self-disrespectful.
I got a story about that too. With my ex girl. Oh my God! Like at her house, like because we lived together, and she had cats, and I'm not a big fan of cats because of the fact that they smell. They do, and her place was not the cleanest because she had cats. And one day, I think we were like getting into it, whatever, we were about to fuck, and then she starts eating me out, and I just could not get to orgasm. I couldn't stay focused because I kept smelling.
Yeah,
like whatever.
Because you be breathing heavier too, so there's like
So I was just like
hairball. But you got allergies before you got the orgasm.
Yeah, like honestly, I just couldn't, and I wanted to. Like I was like feeling it. I wanted to get into it, but I was just like, I can't do this. I really can't do this. And me, I'm the type of person that like the mental thing is very important to me. Like it doesn't, like all the rest of that stuff doesn't matter. Like if I ride with you, I can we Niagara. You know what I'm saying? Like we're good.
Juicy, everything got you.
Exactly, juicy fruit. Like, but it's like I need to be with you. Like I need to like you mentally. I need to be relaxed around you. I need all that, the whole sexual.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
You want some 90s R&B love.
I guess so.
Something
and you know what also too is you have to realize the outside space.
Because I feel like that's not what porn projects at all. Like I feel like 90s R&B music is more like what actual sex just listen to some of that before you have sex, and I think it's slower. It's actually more strokey. Yeah, it teaches you more to stroke than to beat the pussy up. Yeah, and I think like we love the songs. It can get to that point, but you have to ease into that. And the songs on top, all they know is beat the pussy up, and then you think what are you guys doing? They're what are these men doing?
Literally, Pleasure P made a song called "I'll Beat Pussy Up" or some shit like that.
I'll beat the pussy up. And then there's knock the pussy out like fight night.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? And then that's why men think that they need to be aggressive towards women.
Yeah, especially why would you be aggressive with sex? Yeah. It's so vulnerable. Like I'm opening up my body, like my soul to you, for you to come inside me, and you want to be aggressive? Yeah. Like that shit. I mean, you just feel safe as fuck. Like and I understand why that's I do understand. Yeah. But that's what we're talking about.
Exactly. Real stuff. We need a straight male here, honestly. We really
so they can answer. They can answer to this.
Yeah. So if there's any straight males on the live right now, you guys want to chime in?
Exactly.
I certainly am not. I don't know what the hell y'all doing, but it ain't happening over here.
They always be gaslighting us, huh? Like, oh, y'all deal with that?
I feel like oh damn, I'm losing my train.
Choo-choo.
Can we turn on the fan?
You're so rude. I could go get it though. I'll go get it. Let me see who's on here. It shows some people don't want a connection, just a nut. Yep.
It's true though.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with wanting just a nut. You just got to be honest about it.
Wrong with getting to a level of like climactic sex where things are like aggressive and crazy.
Yeah, you got to work into the
out a little bit or whatever it is.
Slaps, whatever you like.
If you reach those levels with communication and like approaching it step by step, not on the first date.
It's patience. Like you have to have patience.
That's
like
not territory. It's a respect and it is a boundary. And I think the first time you should we say have sex or fuck? The first time you
have sex.
Sorry. First time you have sex.
Sometimes it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So she said non-orgasmic orgasms are a whole nother level. Yep.
Non-orgasmic orgasms.
He's talking about non-ejaculatory orgasms. He says those are a way of life.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
How is that?
How is it? Can you chime in?
Yeah.
Let me see. Chime in as a man. Let me see.
But yeah, the first time you have sex.
I was gonna say like people. I don't know. It should be like almost like an etiquette. To, like,
I'm gonna request and see if you want to chime in.
The first time, not to take it to these levels that you don't know if the other person is comfortable with.
Yeah. Honestly. Because I've had.
So it sounds like there's a lot of that going on within like the cis straight community.
It's also advocacy, self-advocacy. So women have to also take accountability for the fact that we don't speak up.
Like, nah, bro.
And we don't like be honest with our feedback. Like we act like we like it when we don't. Fake orgasms when we have none of them. And so it really is a contribution to the lies and perpetuating more and more of those fake relationships and situations and bad sex. You have to start being honest about it and being accountable. Like if you have to let people know what you want, you gotta find out what the hell yourself wants. Exactly. And I think that's masturbation is good for that. Masturbation is good for that, to explore, to see where your pleasure zones are, what kind of strokes you like, how your controls, your buttons, your special buttons. Like nobody knows that off the bat, like including ourselves. We're not born with just like, oh, I know exactly where to touch and how to do it. You have to explore. And when you explore too, it's like, it's very less pressure. You get to like just figure shit out. You don't have to go in assuming, and I know for women too, we're raised to kind of think men know how to have sex with you. So we expect you to go and do the right thing.
Yeah, do the thing.
And that's why we have this mindset also, just kind of like taking it. And I know like myself, younger Courtney has taken a lot of dick, like without actually enjoying the exchange. There was no exchange. And so now, now more aware days, there has to be, the standards are a lot higher. They're a lot different. And there needs to be this alignment, this connection, before engaging that. And that comes from also like not wanting to have, like you said, like people just going in, being aggressive. Like if somebody respects you and talks to you and knows, about you and that you like, nourishment and all that stuff, they'll know that when they have sex with you, that's very vulnerable. They're going to approach it in a way that's respectful to you, not just like, I'm gonna go get my nut. And in the same breath, we have to advocate for how we spend our energy in our bodies. Like if somebody just wants a nut and you want more, that's not even exchange. You're making a bad deal for yourself. Exactly. Right? So you want to make good deals for yourself and make sure your needs are taken care of, no matter what that is, whether it's a nut or an actual relationship with, this emotional connection and exchange. So,
and go ahead. You gonna say something?
No.
Oh, well, I was
just trying to look cute. You're so here, model.
Right. No, and also too, I do feel like when it comes to the whole,
let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to the whole thing of like having an orgasm or not even just having an orgasm, more so the exchange of pleasure, I feel like you have to like that person and have some type of connection some way. Like you have to.
So we're talking about. I think we're. Are we talking a little bit about, in this dating era online, there's a lot of hookup culture. I mean, that's a different Yoni chat.
It is a different Yoni chat.
Okay, because I mean, I think it should be talked about because come on, it's definitely happening. And like, what is it? Tinder. The Tinders, the Grinders, the Jacks, the whatever, Many a Fish.
Plenty of fish.
I don't know, one of them.
Many a fish. There's many a fish out there.
I don't know. But
there's many a fish. Let's go get some.
Many a fish. Don't get you 5. But yeah. I mean, maybe we should kind of refocus back to some of the other topics of pornography.
Yes. Let's bring it back. Bring it back.
Because I think I definitely would want to talk about hookup culture and the disconnect that a lot of people just don't feel like they need to connect because it's like you have access to people in such a much easier way. And even in the club, just meeting people in the club and taking somebody home, it's like we don't have any value to that experience. And maybe we need to retrain ourselves to like, even if you are going to take somebody home for the night, like there's still a proper way.
Yeah, there's still a proper way, like human connection. Let's put that like as a forefront of what we do when we exchange energy with somebody. That's what I feel like sex is. Like it is a sacred energy exchange. And
or even like
I was still talking.
Sorry.
I have to do this with him, okay?
Yeah.
So it's an exchange, and so as long as you're getting that exchange and somebody that's contributing to your experience of sex with them, so it could be good hookup sex.
Yeah.
Then that's what matters. But it's like, when we don't do that and we have low standards for a hookup, like why you gotta have low standards? Like just because I have a snack doesn't mean I'm gonna go get like Oreos when I could go have a fresh baked pastry. Like I'm a fresh baked pastry kind of person.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. And so like it's like just treat yourself with quality.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And that is true. And I feel like that's a lot of the times why people just accept anything sexually too. Like
First an impulse, yeah.
Yes, the impulse.
Like, I need some big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too.
I'm not afraid.
Oh, you do that.
Okay.
You do that. Hey.
No, it's getting deep.
Is that a
Things
good
get deep when you're
Is it a real song?
Yeah, it's Mario.
Oh.
It's off his sex playlist. His sex playlist.
So back to the question.
I'm not that
the question of what do you watch that's embarrassing? So what are you ashamed about? Because everybody watches porn and then they have that moment where they're done, they've come, and they throw that shit or they close the screen and they're like, you have no interest in seeing it again.
Oh.
So what are those videos where you just like, I was nasty for a minute.
Oh my God.
And reveal yourselves.
Me first?
Yeah.
I mean, in general, I feel ashamed watching. I do, like real shit. Even though I try to stay away from it, but sometimes I just be horny. I'm just like, all right, I need something. I'm about to take a nap, whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, honestly, like especially because I really like the video game ones or the really animated ones that are video games. Yeah. And
I just see that stuff, and some of it looks really hot, but like I have not clicked on it.
Speaking of porn, Coco's over here getting it. I would show y'all, but ooh, you about to get it? Ooh. Okay, he has been watching some rough play videos.
Anyway, so
look away. Okay.
Okay.
I burped.
Ew.
What is the soup?
Oh, just because I cooked it, I'm okay with the burps?
Again, bomb.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
But like honestly, I feel embarrassed watching porn in general because of the fact that a lot of it is racist, sexist, and misogynistic and all that. So I feel like, damn, like this is shit I really don't fuck with. I don't like. I don't enjoy. Because it's the whole thing, the mental thing. But me watching it, I'm just like, all right, this actually turns me on a little bit. That's fine. But personally, the ones that I do watch, it's always a lesbian porn. But I always want to be black lesbian. Like I guess I want to see myself. You know what I mean? Like I want to see myself. But I don't like that they don't have a lot of like, it's like they always want to make it interracial. And there's nothing wrong with interracial, but I feel like it should be, try to put it together a little bit.
Everybody wants some representation. I feel like that's definitely underrepresented.
Yeah,
underrepresented in the porn industry.
And I mean, I guess I get it because people are trying to get they're trying to get people to watch. But that I don't like. But I watch lesbian, video game, and the one video game porn that I like, the animated, is this one where it's a woman that goes to the gym, and it's an Asian woman, I guess. That's just Asian. Yeah. But she goes to the gym, and she's like the trainer, and she has huge tits, she has big ass, whatever like that. And she's walking through, and it's all these guys that, for one, are not on the level of attractiveness as her. Mm-hmm. And, they blur it out because it's Asia. But
it's a little pixelated body parts.
Yeah, but like it's not, but it's still enough to where you see it. But I like watching it because like I feel like the way that they go in on her is kind of good. It's like low-key a gangbang, but it's not really a gangbang. Because one guy like eats her out, and I like how it looks because he's like doing something with his tongue. But I kind of feel ashamed because it's like this is one woman, and there's all these men in the gym, and they just they tag on her.
Mm-hmm. Is that okay? So. But is that something that's negative, or is that somebody's fantasy out there?
I know somebody's fantasy. Yeah, that is someone's fantasy.
So there's a lot of that goes on. That's kind of like over sensationalized things. Maybe not kind of normal-ish sex. That kind of porn would also personally get you probably more stimulated. Yeah,
but it was more. It's just that certain things that people do, like the tongue play, or if it's like a certain thing with like your breasts or whatever, or something like that. It's like a certain thing that gets me stimulated. Yeah. It's like it's the combination of things. So that's why it's like I can never just watch. Yeah, it's not necessarily one type of porn. It's just the way it goes.
So it doesn't have to be like 12 guys going in on one Asian girl. It could have just been like I don't know, just a good session between two
it's
people.
Like a whole combination of what they do.
Okay.
And I think it's more so because it's like, all right, this is what I would like.
So do you watch the whole thing, or do you just get to the parts you like?
It depends. Usually I do in combination with masturbation. So I'll just do whatever feels good for the first 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, all right, time to take a nap. Pretty much. That's how it goes. Like, personally, that's how it goes. Just saying.
Okay. What was the question again?
What porn have you watched that you're
Oh
embarrassed
my
about?
God, you guys are gonna.
What makes you throw your
just
phone?
laid eyes upon,
Throw
or like actually ejaculated to.
Ejaculated to.
Oh, I don't have any. Well, I don't have anything out there
orgasm.
that I've watched. No, I don't. I haven't.
You watch pretty regular stuff.
Yeah, that I'm actually gonna get off to.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have watched, laid eyes upon some things that you guys are probably gonna think I'm a freak and think whatever. But so I usually watch like porn movies that are directed by like black owned like production companies, which is something we're talking about.
Support black gay porn.
I'm here to tell you today to support black gay porn because it's great. I think, but it's great because I think like the people, and I've seen also like Latino produced like stuff as well, and it's kind of like they really get in on the realism of the culture of certain situations that happen or whatever. So
the passion of
it
the
makes
sex.
it actually so the more realistic type situations you're looking for. It's already kind of happening in those communities, is what I'll say first. But anyway, one of the ones I follow, which is like I think. It's like Black Rain Productions or like Read It Raw or something. Look them up. Go ahead. I know you're writing that down. So anyway,
Black Rain.
It was like raw. I don't know some like when I don't know.
This question
I don't know.
I'm
sorry. Hold on. I'm like
talking.
Okay, we lazy before this, so I'm a little bit like I didn't sleep last night. I haven't had sex in like 3 or 4 days. So
oh my god! You are suffering so much.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Everybody send your prayers out.
It's been
Brother Karlton. He hasn't had sex in 3 days.
3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days, actually. Woof.
But anyway, so like it's this top guy, like he's he's well endowed, and he's like, I see the thumbnail, and I'm like, okay, this is like a hot clip. I open the clip, and it's actually a transgender person, male, that still has like a vagina that he's having sex with, and I was like, okay, not gonna finish to this, but I don't judge. I was like that person definitely presented as male very well, and physique, everything like looked very like sexy like a guy would. They just still had the vagina part, which I was like, wow. And some of the trans men I've seen are actually gorgeous men. Like they just, and I guess when I seen Ashley Laith Ashley, who's a very popular transgender female to him, like gorgeous model, like I was like, I have to question like when I not sleep with this person. Yeah, you think your boundaries are like a certain way. Is all there. Every characteristic of a man that in the face and in the body and everything else is there. And if I'm presenting myself as a top or a reverse top or whatever, it's like a fuckable area. Like I don't know, and the rest of them looks like a man. So it was a confusing moment, and I kind of felt embarrassed about it because I'm like literally questioning, could that go down? If I took somebody home, I have a boyfriend now, but in the past or whatever, like if I took somebody home that I thought was a guy and get them home and it was female to male, but everything else I liked, I'm like, would I do it? I don't know. And I'm tipsy too. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know.
You can never say. Honestly, you can never say never because you really change. Like you can't say I'm straight or I'm gay or I'm this. You could change. A lot of people some people are not going to change, but like you have to give yourself the freedom to like I'm not gonna be the same way forever. Yeah.
So that was mine.
Like,
it was a moment that was very confusing, but I definitely took off of that. Huh?
Do I confuse you?
Them giving each other googly eyes. Yeah. Oh, he was like, wait, don't get twisted.
Yeah.
look at.
So
he's like, hold up. All right, so
so yeah.
What up?
So I like saying she fine. Oh yeah, it's time for me to answer the question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so my question, my thing.
What was something dirty, raunchy?
It's not even dirty, raunchy.
Sticky, wet, and icky.
Icky,
but not really icky because it's just sticky.
Did you watch something icky?
Yeah. So I would say, There's a few things, but like I just feel like because my embarrassment level is very low.
Oh God, we gotta dig deep. We're gonna go.
You gotta dig deep for my embarrassment.
She probably watched it on the dark web.
No, you know what? There's definitely a mental, like a kind of mindfuck thing that like I'm curious about why I like watching like a black man like having a certain kind of sex with a white woman, and it's the reason why it messes me up because I'm like I like black men, right? And like I think it has a lot to do with growing up how I grew up in Orange County. Mm-hmm. So it's like I've always had this thing where I wasn't good enough. They wanted that. Mm-hmm. And so isn't it weird that like I'm watching things sexually that is actually a part of an old trigger. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's embarrassing because I'm like, why the fuck do I like this?
Yeah.
And like I think ever since I started asking that question, like I like it a little less now.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that I did ask myself that question. So if there is something that you're embarrassed about or you're wondering why you don't like it, like ask yourself why you like it. And I think that'll really like clarify like some things. Because like you said, everything that you like or that is enjoyable is not good for you. And so even with like, let's say we watch humiliation porn where we're watching girls getting hit, slapped. Like I hate those things, but there's some people totally getting off to that. They love it. That's why there's so much of it because there's a demand for it, obviously. So things like that, like if you're getting turned on by a woman being demeaned or put down or being used as a toilet, like why? Why do you like that? Yep. Like why does that turn you on?
Exactly.
Why does it turn you on? Let's say if you're a white person and you like to watch mandingo porn or porn that says like nigger dick, which is really popular one.
Yeah.
So was our last one. So this is actually gonna just like slide into our last topic.
I obviously haven't watched a lot of straight porn because I have no clue of any.
I'll tell you. Full Confederate flags, and this will be either a black woman with white males or be a black man with white woman. But there'll be Confederate flags, trying to look as hillbilly as possible, and then you have this big, opulent, beautiful black man with this huge dick, and he's fucking the shit out of her, and he's like, "Do you like this nigga dick?" And she's like, "Yeah, I like this nigger dick." So if those are the kinds of things that are turning people on, like. Really, like
racism is a turn off for people.
Yeah, and it's definitely scientifically proven that porn does make us cross our boundaries of morality. Mm-hmm. So you will be watching things, people will be watching things that turn them on sexually that are totally against their own personal morals. Mm-hmm. And we continue to have the supply for it. So as you continue to lose your shit, lose your morals, lose your disconnection, want more of a high, there's a supply for it. And I think that is the big part of using porn as a tool for arousal, because we all use it, right? Exactly. But it's the awareness, how you use it, your intention when you use it, right? Like, and also like the content. What are you feeding yourself? What kind of shit are you downloading constantly? What are you training your mind and your body to be attracted to? Because if you are out here watching this fast, hard sex, beating the pussy up, and then you go and you have sex with a real person, a real woman who has gentle vaginal flesh and walls that don't just plump up and get ready for a man very quickly and takes comfortability, you can't go right in and beat her pussy up. Exactly. And so if we have these things, these teachings or these understandings that this is how you do sex, and we think we can apply it to real life, that's really the miseducation. It's entertainment sex. It's different than real sex.
Exactly.
So no matter how much entertainment sex you watch, you still have to be ignorant with exploring a person's body. Exactly. Like you can learn techniques like you can learn how to suck dick from watching how to look the vajula the right way, give a nice messy blowjob, lick the taint. Ball play was something that I learned in porn, right?
Don't know nothing about that, but I get it.
Oh, you mean like sucking on?
I've never done that.
What?
I've never sucked on balls. Never had to.
Have you?
I would say try it.
Girl, you gotta try it.
I've never done it. If they're not shaved,
wash your man. Just wash your man and whatever you want him to do beforehand.
See the whole undercarriage.
If you want him,
and it's just so sensitive. And the taint. Oh my God! It's because the bruise of penis is under there.
Yeah, it could be a special thing, for guys too. So it's like, look, I'll do something really freaky. If you shave your balls.
True, right?
That's if I have
just
sex
intro with that.
I don't even need him to shave as long as it's clean.
Tonight, I'll do something.
I'm so.
Well, don't.
Okay. What are we talking about?
All you gotta do is shave your cajones.
So,
no, can I mention the whole thing of the slave play?
Oh, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like
I'll get into that.
Or
no, it's not.
It's not BDSM.
Not the same.
It's not BDSM. So with this whole thing, I found out about slave play. Okay, and this is funny enough. created by a black man, a gay black man at that. Oh, and it's on like off Broadway somewhere. And then funny enough, because Rihanna, I think she like endorsed it or something like that. She was like, oh, she loved it. But it's literally slave play is literally like a sexual fetishization of the
master,
the master and
slave, house nigga, all that thing.
Yeah. They have scenes where it's two gay men. It's like the black man and the white man. They have it where it's the black slave woman and the white slave owner. And they have, like, I don't think they have anywhere it's the white man and black man, but they have pretty much those type of things. And it's on, like, they have it. It's been out for like a year or so.
And it's popular.
Yeah.
It's popular. So that means we're, like I said, another supply of that fetish. Yeah. And that's one of the things we're going to get into. So within the porn industry, one of the things that I've been noticing, because when I watch porn, especially nowadays, it's really field study. Like field study on like what is out there, like the language. I look at a lot of titles when I go on these websites. And I've been noticing a lot in the black interracial porn, not really just black on black, interracial porn. Yeah. Just like the language, big black bull with white mature, mandingo with white slut, like, and so the language that they use to describe these videos, and also too, there's no names. Yeah. So you have porn stars, you know their name, you know, you can search their videos, they have a fan base, but most of the time, like, it'll be Alexis and big mandingo dick. Yeah. Right? Yeah. There's no name.
Or
there's no
ghetto black slut fucks white boyfriends.
Yes. Ghetto like white slut takes white cock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like this language that we have. There's so much racism in porn. Yes. And then the fact that this is how people are sexually stimulating themselves with this programming. And like how that feeds into how we're treated, how we're perceived.
Exactly.
So that's part of our growth is to also heal your sexual racism. Like this racism and sexuality has to be healed.
It's also because like we have to realize too with the internet and the way it is, everybody has access to it. So you're mentioning these videos and these titles. A lot of these videos on like the Pornhubs and the X videos and the wherever are actually reposted or
I noticed that,
yeah. So
and you can change the title, I think.
They do change the title, and those people that are uploading it are also kind of creating that narrative in a way. I just thought of that.
Yeah. Because you can tell who uploaded the video.
Xtube or whatever. Xtube is like YouTube, and people can upload their own personal stuff, or people can re-upload stuff that they like screen recorded. And they can put their own titles. So I don't know. I guess it's just like maybe when we're on there, you know, we can also create.
It's a reflection, exactly. So there's also that space opportunity, right, to start going and changing the titles, or start posting things that like you feel like tasteful, like oh, this is a good representation. This makes me feel good when I watch it. It doesn't make me feel dirty or shamed or lower or mentally fucked up, right? Yeah. So when we do come across things like, oh, this is actually like a nice piece of art. Yeah. Because sex is art. So if you are presenting it visually, then like it's your art. It could be rough, it could be whatever. But we have to be aware of like what we're downloading. And
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And also too, I noticed with the whole thing of like feminist type of porn, it's definitely not geared towards black feminists type of thing. Because I've seen
feminist porn. What is feminist
there's
porn?
Feminist porn. There's feminist porn where it's supposed to make women feel empowered, but I've noticed that a lot of it, because I had recently seen some of this like probably last week, and a lot of the sites, like they have one or two that are like queer, you know, non-binary type of sites, but the representation, especially with one of them being a black woman, quote unquote black woman, I don't know if she's biracial or not, but being the person that's directing them, I do feel that she's not the right representation for this because she's not doing it right. There's not enough black people in it. There's barely anybody that looks like her in it, and a lot of the sites that I did see, it still seemed like it was for the male gaze. It still didn't.
For the male gaze.
Yeah, it still didn't.
A lot of porn is made for the male. Most of it is.
I think also, you know, an answer to this, we're talking about it, just like representation in regular films and TV, we have to, I think we as a people, as a culture, actually need to get involved in making our own productions.
Yeah,
like I said, in the kind of the LGBT community or the gay community, like a lot of the porns that feature black men that guys, you know, like people like me want to see a reflection of me on the screen. I actually, luckily, like we do have that, and it's because it's all black produced. So if that's not going on in this like straight community, I think the answer to that is like we should
start to create it.
Yeah, don't hesitate. Like, if that's what you always wanted to do. Because I know there's a lot of people that probably are like, oh, I can't make porn my business. But if we're not being represented, we have to like put ourselves in representation.
And, I have a friend that actually, we had a discussion last month. She does want to start doing porn.
Yeah.
And it's because of, she's Turkish. Okay. And so like she wants to do with food. Like it's not for representation, but for her, it's representing a different side, more of an art side of it. So it's kind of the same thing. Like we want to see an expansion of what we've been seeing for all these years. Like,
that needs to happen. I really hope it happens because like there is, I couldn't imagine. I know what like honestly the more, I don't know, Caucasian-esque or white produced porn.
Caucasian-esque. Damn.
No offense, but like at the same time, I can tell. I could tell like the difference between these like glossy, overproduced, like here, and even if it is interracial, like here's a black Barbie guy and here's a white Barbie guy, and they're gonna fuck.
Yeah.
And it's very like.
Yeah, robotic. Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true. They go through the motions.
Then the ones that I see that are. But what I do want to see, even the in the black porn industry, the black gay porn industry is like interracial stuff too, but produced from a black lens.
Yeah.
Not because I think a lot of the I don't think there's anything wrong with interracial porn, but I think the direction that it obviously, and from what you guys are telling me too, the lens that it's coming from is so fetishized instead of reality. I can be just as beautiful as a thing,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
It's how you present the art of the fetish, right?
Both of those things need to be portrayed in, I guess, in more in the straight world is interracial couples from a lens of not a racist situation and representation of just actual sex, like that's not so aggressive and like over the top, at least from the get-go.
Yeah.
I get that.
It shows a process.
And that would be hot.
It shows a process. Yeah. Like the process is at certain speeds, levels. You build up and you go.
It sounds like somebody can make some money right now.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
We still have a $1 million idea. Actually, $1 billion idea.
I really can't believe this is
on the
not
top
going on.
100 words, the top 100 keywords to search in Google, said porn is about in the top 7 of them, or in the top 10 of them. What?
I would say.
How did? Oh, you saw us on live?
I was going to text you.
Rudy just showed up.
Okay,
Hey.
Rudy's here.
Rudy is here.
Welcome.
Hi, Rudy.
I'm just going to show up.
So we're in the top, look up the top Google key search words.
Oh, good.
Porn is like 7 of the top. Like it's up there.
And I think even just as we talk about, we represent Black-owned business and advancing ourselves. I don't think that's necessarily something that we as a culture have been told, hey, you can do this and represent us there too.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's
without the social implications.
We have to put it there because nobody else is going to.
Yeah, and y'all gonna keep watching porn. You're gonna keep watching porn, right? So let's start to be more intentional about like curating it, like because
absolutely
the supply out there is a little tawdry.
I feel like white people also have more space to experiment sexually than
exactly
black people,
because we're already hypersexualized, right? So we're always trying to like not play that up,
exactly,
right? And but no, it's time to get nasty, y'all. If you want to get nasty. Like we'll support you, and
it could
we'll
possibly be a lucrative business.
It could be lucrative. Ooh. So if you are getting the spirit to be an artist, sex artist, then you have a camera guy here.
Or a sex machine.
Ooh, like Lady Godiva.
Oh my.
What are we doing? All right. So do you guys have anything else to add about the...
I just came from watching porn.
I see what they said. Let's do a little chime in on the audience. I'm going to zoom through this. Oh, I thought that was Coco. Coco tries to get in the bits.
I'm really over here because of
your whole elbow is in...
I love where your part.
You do? Thank you.
It makes you seem unassuming.
I am unassuming. I'm safe. I'm very unassuming. All right, let's go to the top so I can see this. Let's see, what have y'all been saying? You don't want that aggressive energy left inside you. Yeah, so like when you think about how people, let's say like a guy comes at you and he's doing the whole jackrabbit thing, he's gonna nut. Like you really left just there like, bleh. And like either way, like straight or gay, like you're just left there. If it was not a reciprocation, you just got masturbated in.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Some people are with that though. Like some of these boys on Grindr just be like, "Here's my address. I'll leave the door."
It's our. I figured out though through this conversation that our world is very different from theirs in a way, because it's just like.
Well, it's men.
You can't see her?
At the end of the day, like.
Oh, she can't.
The way that men
So maybe you
move-
need to scoot back over.
I was like, I'll scoot back over.
We got a whole.
We got so many people on the couch. Okay.
That's just like,
We fast.
yeah,
none of us
fast as hell.
And none of us in therapy.
Probably because
No.
you imagine being
But it's-
desired
it's-
that way.
I remember.
Yeah.
There's some-
Holistic
there's
healthcare.
some good news behind
That's
the
what I
front
think
door.
too. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a mind twist thing, but I understand where it comes from.
Some of this is the gay sex. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, man, I'm so glad
BBC.
All right.
in the pool right now.
BBC.
I'm glad I'm not in Q.
I actually am excited.
All right. So y'all over here just running up the camera time. So I'm gonna post these episodes on Yoni Chat, on YouTube. So, but before we go,
Should we do a shout out? Yeah.
we're gonna just shout out to Green Body. So you guys can see this.
Our sponsors.
Green Body, our sponsor. So this is the cannabis lube. And my friend, she was like, I don't need lube. I don't have any problem getting wet. And I was like, baby, like, it's not about being wet. It's got weed in it. So what the weed does is it helps to give more blood flow to the tissues. Helps your walls to relax.
These walls can talk.
If these walls could talk, they would say, give me some weed. It's made with grapeseed oil, coconut oil, and it's actually perfect for the yoni pH, for the internal body. So it won't mess you up like other brands, major brands. It's thin, okay, nice and watery. And it has, the reviews we've gotten from this so far is really great. Like, it's like, first of all, somebody told me it was good for anal. So what I did was some field study, because I hadn't tried it anally yet.
Come on, field study.
So I went out into the fields with my wand to study, and I studied my vagina.
Use a pega.
And I actually no, not vagina, my anus this time.
I knew.
Right.
You
So
had to
I
place it in the right place.
Yep.
You said, right?
I had the wands right, the wand in the booty, rubbed on the clit, and that orgasm was long. Like just the buildup was long. Like it was like orgasmic, like early on, and then it was long. And then when it finally was like pop, it was just like,
Oh my god. That's like that's like the season of Mindhunter.
Mindhunter?
Now streaming on Netflix.
Wow. What? I'm so done with you.
What?
But long story short.
You said that.
Short.
Long dick long.
Long dick long.
And long, if that's what you
Longer. Well, you know, I don't like anything too long. It's gonna hurt as far as like you can't use all of the long dick.
Honestly, you don't need 9 inches.
You don't need 9, 10 inches.
You don't need that.
Like,
We don't need these cell phones.
6
but
inches.
Here we
is
are.
fine.
you don't need these cell phones.
Excuse me.
Here I am using it as if
I'm just saying, I will be okay with it, but it's not a requirement because a lot of people have this idea that big dicks are like the best thing ever, and they're not, especially if you don't know how to use it. So it's like, it's really about the stroke, right? Yeah, you could have somebody with a smaller penis, but they know how to make love, they know how to connect, they know how to stroke and use that tool, and so there's no complaints. It's about girth. You gotta touch all the walls.
What?
All the walls.
Maybe she's born with it.
Maybe it's melanin.
Maybe it's girth dick.
Ooh.
Oh, that was
Like
good.
So anyways, this lube, you guys can get it. The link is in the bio. This is the Enchanted Cannabis Lube. It's $29, shipping included. And then the other one is Blessed Oil.
Oh,
It was the max time.
That was perfect.
It was amazing.
That was great.
That was great.
Oh, well,
they said no, girl.
So that was hilarious. The live just went off. So this is the Blessed Oil.
You're
And
trying to get over to me, and I'm not here for it.
it's just pure cannabis infused coconut oil. So you can use it. You can use it on. Do I do it like this? It's like the YouTubers.
Yeah.
So this is my Blessed Oil. Oh, it does work. So there you go. There you go. You can put it in your food. You can put it in your face.
Oh my God.
You can put it in your tea and coffee in the morning. And what it does is it helps you to relieve any anxiety you have. It's really a mood booster too. Because I be happy.
Ow, I have tea. I be knocked out after 3
So
sips.
anti-insomnia. You will go to sleep with it. I like to have it in the morning with my coffee because coffee and me together is a great way to start your day.
It's like an 8-ball without the side effects.
Yes.
Okay.
But I've never done an 8-ball, so
Me neither,
I don't know.
me
I
neither.
said that all confidently. I don't know what the fuck an 8-ball is.
Rudy.
I haven't done it either.
Shut up.
I really haven't. Let's talk about this chat about.
I'm not messing with you.
Let me share this. Yeah. We're playing pool.
Yeah.
So, long story short, while my friend gets injured, lube. Okay, this one is $25 shipping included. So blessed oil, cannabis, lube, and the reason that it's called blessed oil is because I actually blessed it. So before I even make the oils, I put the weed into my singing bowl. I tune it vibrationally. I do mantras over it. I meditate over it. So I really put positive, loving energy into every batch, and that's why it's blessed. And that's why I think we all feel good when you put it on. Your skin is happy. You feel happy inside.
I like putting it in my oatmeal.
Oatmeal. Actually, our last friend put it on her shrimp. She had those
Yeah,
shrimp
she
scampi.
sauteed
Shrimp.
Well, scampi.
What's the French?
French.
She sauteed French.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So,
She sauteed French.
the link is
Come
in
on
the
now.
bio.
You better saute that
If you want
French.
to get your blessed oil or your lube, you can also use this as lube.
The lube's
It'll
really
just be a
good
little
too.
stronger.
I tried it out as well.
You did?
I did.
Oh yeah, you tell me about that.
I use it on my beard and
So-
mustache.
The lube?
Nothing.
No, his
Blessed
face.
The lube, I mean, but
The
honestly,
blessed oil
though,
on his face.
the thing
is
about
so
the
good.
lube, the thing about the lube is it's not like, oh my god, I can't use this on other things, right?
It's true. It's just natural.
Yeah.
Like it smells good too.
It's not like sticky, nasty, like
Yeah. It's thin.
water-based lube. You could almost probably curl your mustache with it or something.
Yeah.
Like it's a
can smell it.
it's a great viscosity. We didn't
Excuse
use that
me.
word.
All right. Viscosity.
Come on with the fucking
Okay.
GED prep.
Come on.
GED prep?
Is
That's
that?
out of the test.
Are you gonna rub it on me?
MCAT.
I have my diploma.
I know.
You.
That came out so shady. What's the other test? Damn it. Pregnancy test.
I know I didn't pass the SAT. But I'm just kidding.
This smells good. Damn, I did this.
I smell
Do you smell this?
Yeah, no, I
Oh my
smelled it.
god.
You get to leave your own testimony.
Wow.
Because our friend
I
Justin,
got a
our friend Justin said
testimony.
like it had like smell of
Got a
cannabis.
testimony.
Like it had the smell of like a light cannabis.
It is like a light
but
cannabis
it smells
flower.
Good. I mean, like flower.
All right.
All right. You make love to my lady.
Speaking of OnlyFans.com, you can follow Goddess
And Samaya.
Goddess Samaya.
Goddess Samaya.
That's
At
Samaya.
That is
OnlyFans.com.
Goddess Samaya.
/
Oh. Give it
to
to
like
Olivia.
to fund.
if I want to what? They want to what?
What?
You guys have an OnlyFans page, right?
Sure, we can create one.
Or
For body massage.
Sure.
Yes.
Internal body.
And
We'll talk business later. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Yoni Chats.
Yes.
And continue to enjoy the porn that you do watch, but really up your standards. Maybe lower your frequency. I think we all can hear that once in a while, like if you're doing it a lot.
If you played so.
Not if you play it too loud. I was talking about if you're doing it too loud.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that too. Well, I know actually turning it up is better for me. I don't like it if I can't hear it.
the
The
music?
sounds are part of it. Porn.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Because I feel like when we talk about these things, it's like, don't say don't watch it. Don't, it's bad. Because really, like, we have to find a positive way to make it useful for us or change how we perceive it. Because we're going to continue to go past this easy indulgence.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with the lack of human connection. Like, it's hard to connect nowadays. You got to put work in. You got to put yourself in the right place.
I think we should leave it with a piece of advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So piece of advice.
Okay.
Check the
You
comments
go
to make
first.
sure they're 18.
Okay. So my piece of advice.
Definitely.
I already gave my piece of advice.
Yes.
So I said, watch what you watch.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Be aware of what you're downloading because you are downloading these images. And just be aware. And also, don't think that porn sex, entertainment sex, is real sex. You still are got to learn the real sex with each person.
Make sure you're old enough to be having sex.
What is old enough? Different discussion.
Different countries.
If you
Different
feel,
countries.
if you feel like you're not having, good enough sex, put on a 90s playlist and just go with the tempo of that.
Who's your favorite 90s person?
Sade.
Ah!
She's sexy. Yes, that's a nice.
I like some
Or
Janet.
Janet.
Is that you listen
Yeah.
to Janet today?
Or Janet.
Okay, yeah.
That was-
Listen to
at
Would
the
You
same
Mind
time.
by Janet Jackson.
Yes.
Listen to that today. That shit is so sexy.
Song of the week. or
Song of the
whatever.
week.
Yes.
Just don't
Would
Like-
You Mind? Janet Jackson. Go all the way to the end. The last part of the song is amazing
Yes.
and funny. Okay. And Rudy, what's your advice?
Watch porn with people that look like you.
Sometimes.
Most times.
And if you can't find that, make that.
Make it.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's our collective advice.
It's called a trap.
Somebody come out with this good quality, loving. It's gotta be us. Never mind. We're just gonna have a meeting. We'll do it. Okay. All right. You'll watch it when it's there, and help build our Black porn empire. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Leave with love.
We're like Black women.
We're like what?